Hey guys, welcome to tonight's webinar where we're going to talk about the compensation plan with doterra, which by the way is literally the best in the world. I was at leadership retreat where our chief financial officer compared doterra's compensation plan with a lot of other networking marketing companies. So I'm just getting this cushion out. And we came out on top every single time, and that wasn't any bias involved. That was based on public information about lots of different compensation plans. So we do have an incredible compensation plan, but also information for you about how to rank and how to understand all the bonus leadership performance pools, understand fast start, understand how to earn commission initially, but also understanding the way that commission changes from initially being all about fast start to really long-term abundance. So at leadership retreat, I did present on financial freedom, and I asked the question, who here believes that they will be able to retire in their current job and earn and have over $1 million in the bank? And no one in a room of 400 people actually raised their hand to that question. So they don't believe they'll retire with 400 and be able, $1 million in the bank and be able to live off the interest that that's created for them, which is pretty sad. It kind of means that they'll end up on the pension, or they'll have very, very limited savings and again end up on the pension, which as we know is pretty abysmal. So just give me 1 second. My computer is literally being just absolute potato. And then I will share my screen and get the show on the road. All right, PowerPoint. Cool. Can you guys just do thumbs up again if you can see this PowerPoint?
Yep.
Yeah? How come everyone's not muted? All right, just having some issues today. Just give me 1 sec. I don't understand why technology has to hate me quite so much, but if I can do this, you guys can definitely do this. That's all I have to say about that. Now I'm on the wrong PowerPoint. Awesome. We will get there. All right, here we go. Compensation plan. Play from start. All right. Compensation plans and keys to success. First thing you know is PV equals product value or personal volume. So it's related to the actual point value rather than dollar value, and that's how we calculate everything in terms of the compensation plan. OV is organizational team volume. LRP is the loyalty rewards program. Fast start commissions are paid the week after they are earned. So fast start we get paid weekly on. Retail preferred members, Unilevel, Power 3 and leadership bonus. So all the other ways we get paid are paid the month after they are earned on the 15th. And you can set up your direct debit using the form on doterra tools. I recommend just keeping your money in your AR balance until you're earning more than enough to cover your LRP every month, and then looking at the direct debit from there. So you must have your LRP set to 100 PB to earn money in the system at all times. So when you've got, just give me 1 second, there's some weird thing showing up. Okay, that didn't work. When you have your LRP set up, don't edit it out, cancel everything in your box and just leave a lemon oil sitting there and then edit it back up to over 100 PB the next month. Just leave it in the system as 100 PB at all times. If you want to edit and change your products, great, do that, but make sure it's above 100 PB. Otherwise, you will miss fast start commissions as a computer pays you based on whether you have that 100 PB order in the system. Why is this freaking out on me? Sorry, there we go. So retail sales, 25% paid on the 15th of the following month. So if someone does a $100 order, you'll get a $25 bonus. I never ever sell retail to people because wholesale is by far the better option for both me and them long term. If you sell to people retail, they have no option to set up a loyalty rewards program. They can't get the most benefit for themselves in that way, but they also can't start to enroll and share with other people if they want to. Even if people say they have absolutely no interest in the business or sharing the oils, oftentimes they do. And you're taking away a lot of future financial earnings if you're selling people retail, and you make much more commission long term selling them, signing them up as wellness advocates or wholesale. So fast start, the only pay that's based on enroller, which is whoever introduced the person to doterra gets to enroll them. which is different to sponsor, which is basically where you place them in your team. So it's paid weekly on Wednesdays, paid on 3 levels. So say I personally enroll Shannon, and she opens an account with a home essentials kit, which is worth 235 point value. I'll get 20% of that as I've enrolled her, which is around 47 PV. So, which equates to around $47 in Australia. So that is paid for the first 60 days she's enrolled. So if she then sets up an LRP for the following month of say 100 PV, I'll get 20% of that. So worth around 20 PV, and that's the commission that I get paid. But if Shannon then enrolls her neighbor, say Kate, Shannon will receive the 20% of whatever Kate orders in the first 60 days of being in the business, but I'll also receive 10% of whatever Kate orders in the first 60 days she's enrolled, because I enrolled Shannon. And then again, if Kate enrolls her, her friend Alison, Kate will receive 20% of whatever Alison orders for this first 60 days Alison's enrolled, so her kit and her next LRP, or maybe even 2 LRPs if she does 2 in 60 days. And Kate will get 20%, Shannon will get 10% because Shannon enrolled Kate, and I'll get 5% as I enrolled Shannon. So I hope that makes sense. Don't panic if you don't get your head around this stuff immediately. It does take some time to understand. But yeah, this is the basics. So Power of 3 is based on sponsorship and placement, and paid on the 15th of the month. As a lot of you know, if you've been to any of my trainings, I don't train to go for Power of 3 immediately, because as you can see, if you put these first 3 people in your front line, and then build under them with 3 people each to get the 250 Power of 3, you also have to have 600 team volume, by the way, and then you build under them to try and get the 1500. You're really enabling these top people in your front line who may have absolutely no interest in the business. And then you start to be forced to kind of build up to silver to go for platinum, build them to premier to go for gold. And that will just create resentment and a lot of frustration in your team. You want to be working with people that actually want to build a business and work with you, which is why I advise people to start with a frontline and build in depth one under the other to create one leg, until you find someone that either does want to start sharing, and that's not just saying, I'm going to be an ex-blue diamond, that's actually ordering an Empower kit and booking in some classes with you, because that's how we build our business. So reward action, not potential. And then you could start a second leg and start to build one under the other. If you don't find someone straight away, just build to 2,000 and then start building your second leg to 2,000, because you don't need to rank advance off the person in your front line. They can be further in depth as long as you've enrolled them. So I hope that makes sense. And then you can start to fill in your Power of 3 later if you want to. But you'll have a lot more luck if you just start building in depth and going for rank first, and you won't end up with the resentment. So Unilevel, this is your long-term income. We do have a 65% retention rate or more, 65 to 85% plus retention rate in doTERRA. What that means is once we enroll someone in doTERRA, 65 to 85% of them will continue to order product on an ongoing basis. Whereas a lot of people sign up to things and they will, the retention rate in other network marketing companies is around 6 to 12%. So say you sign up for, shakes or anything else, a shake company, 6 to 12% of those people will continue to reorder on an ongoing basis, which means that you as a distributor will have to hustle and trying to keep enrolling people all the time to maintain your business. Whereas if I enroll 3 people or 7 people this month and enroll 7 people next month and support them in the group, support them with more classes, support them with having their own classes, do wellness consults for them, then I get a large number of those people on LRP, and my business continues to double and triple and grow on a massive scale all the time, because not only are they on LRP, then they start to share if they're supported properly, and the flow-on effect is absolutely massive. Just as an example, I had 3 people at Leadership Retreat last June. This June I had over 30 people there, and last year I had a handful of people, probably less than a dozen people at the Elite Retreat or Share Success Training Day. And this year I'd say I'd have close to 100 at that training day. So that's kind of exponential growth you can expect if you're putting in the work and consistency and all those things and supporting people properly. So the deeper you go, the more you make, which is inverse to a lot of other networking companies. And anyone can earn Unilevel as long as they have 100 PVLRP, which means people often wake up because they start to see earnings coming in, even though they're just paying their order if people are placed under them, which is really exciting. And again, that's paid on the 15th of the month. I have done an in-depth Unilevel video because it is quite hard to conceptualize how you actually get paid. You get paid up based on the product depending on your rank. So if you don't understand Unilevel, it's not actually being paid down. That graph is really confusing. So go into Jesse's training videos in the members group and watch the videos I've done in Unilevel, and you'll start to understand that a bit more. So that's just a bigger graph of the same thing. But you can see here where the arrows are for dynamic compression. Why does it keep doing that? You get paid up, which is really cool. And I'll go through the leadership and performance pools as well. So let's talk ranks. You must maintain rank each month to get paid at that rank. And that's where LRP is crucial to maintain that consistency and stability in your business. So the rank of executive is just having 2,000 overall volume in your business. So that can be based on home essentials kits. So say 235 PV. If you enroll, we'll just do the math here. 2,000 divided by 235. So if you enroll 9 home essentials kits, you would get to the rank of executive, but it's also based on LRP. So if you enroll, 3 this month and 7 next month and get people on LRP, that's when you can start to hit these ranks. So executive is just 2,000 overall volume anywhere in your business, can include enrollment orders, can include retail, can include LRP orders, can include standard orders, etc. And it's based on the point value of the product. Elite is 3,000 overall volume, average monthly income around 300 a month. And again, that can be anywhere in your business. It doesn't have to be in structured different legs. But I tell people as they're building to Elite to start to build their 2 legs so that they can already be well set up for Premier. So Elite is the foundation to higher ranks. 3 Elites, you get to silver, and they need to be in different legs, but they don't have to be necessarily on your front line. Again, as long as you've personally enrolled them and they're under 3 different front lines under you, that can get you to silver. So 9 elites is platinum, 12 elites is diamond. So literally, if you feel like you can get to elite, which is 3,000 overall volume, and I've seen it done time and time again in 2 classes in a month, it could take you longer if you're doing it on a more part-time basis. But even if it did, even if it took you, say, 6 to 12 months to get to elite, if you feel like you're able to help other people achieve elite, you can get to any rank you want to in doTERRA. So again, silver, helping 3 people go elite. Very, very achievable. Platinum is helping 3 people get to the rank of silver in different legs. So again, just helping those 3 people get 3 elites in different legs. In total, it's just 9 elites. Diamond is 12 elites. Very, very, very achievable. You can get to elite. You can help 12 people get to elite. You can get to the rank of diamond and get paid a 6-figure plus income for the rest of your life. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Premier is 2 personally enrolled executives, so 2,000 overall volume in 2 different legs and an overall volume of 5,000. Average monthly income is around 600 a month. And Premier is a foundation to gold rank. Gold rank is foundation to blue diamond. So pretty much every other rank, the foundation is elites and silvers, but Premier is foundation for gold and blue diamond. Silver is 3 personally enrolled elites, so 3,000 overall volume in each leg on 3 different legs, and the average monthly income is around 1,300 a month. And this is a visual graph of that. So manager, director, they're all really basic ranks. Executive 2,000 OV, elite 3,000 OV, and this is where we start to see structure becoming important. Premier, you need 2 legs of 2,000 volume. 5,000 overall volume, silver, 3,000 in each leg with 9,000 overall volume. So the leadership pools, this is where I start to get really excited. And this is where it becomes really important to hit ranks like silver as quickly as possible, because not only do you clean up on the 7% in terms of Unilevel, but you start to earn shares in the overall company volume, which for me is amazing. The doTERRA culture is really to support everyone on all teams. You see people like Vanessa and I working together. You see people like Mish Pope and I working together. You see, lots of collaboration and love and respect for other leaders and other teams in doTERRA. And by the way, please don't poach people from other teams. If someone else has introduced them to doTERRA, karma will serve you much more kindly if you send that person back to the person that's introduced them. I get really sick and tired of hearing about poaching. And it just creates, bad karma for you, and it really distrust and not a great vibe for the company at all. So just do the right thing and know that the universe is abundant and there's plenty more out there for you. Less than 0.3% of the Australian population currently have a doterra account. So, you know, we have 24 million people in the country, and I think less than 100,000 have wellness advocate accounts in this country. So massive room to move. You don't need to poach people at all. Just grow up. Anyway, that's rant over. Each share at a silver platinum level is currently worth approximately $150. So at the level of silver, you get 1 share a month that you maintain silver. So that's $150 extra on top of Unilevel, Fast Start, and your other bonuses. Gold, you receive 5 shares a month, so approximately $750 extra, again, on top of all your other commissions. Platinum, you receive approximately $1,500 extra a month, so 10 shares every month that you maintain platinum. But the other really cool thing is, I'll just see if I did that on there, extra bonus. When you are silver or platinum, you get an extra bonus for every personally enrolled elite, the first month that they hit that rank, yeah? So it's, again, worth $150. So if you're a gold, and you make that $750 extra, you'll get another $150 on top of that for a new personally enrolled elite that you still hold enrollership the first month they hit that rank. So I hope that makes sense. Gold is 3 personally enrolled premiers. Remember, premiers have 2 personally enrolled executives, 2,000 overall volume, and 5,000 overall volume in 2 legs. And the average monthly income for gold is $3,000 a month. And that can continue to grow as your volume grows, as you move towards the next rank. So this is a visual graphic of that. 3 premiers, as I've said, but again, they don't need to necessarily be on your front line. As long as they're personally enrolled, they could be in depth under those 3 different front lines. And I do recommend just working with whoever wants to work with you and finding a leader, whether that's in depth or on your front line, to smash that out. So platinum, 3 personally enrolled silvers on 3 different legs. Silvers have 3 personally enrolled elites, 3,000 overall volume, and their average monthly income is $6,000 a month. This is another visual graph of how to achieve platinum. And there's those 3 silvers and the 3 elites under them, so 9 total elites. Diamond is 4 personally enrolled silvers on 4 different legs. And the income level from platinum to diamond is quite significant because, as I mentioned before, you have those leadership pools from silver through to platinum that are worth $150 each. But the diamond performance pool is approximately $4,000. So that's on top of Fast Start, on top of Unilevel, on top of Power of 3, etc. So the average monthly income of a diamond is $12,000 a month, which is obviously well and truly into a 6-figure income there. And this is another visual graph of a diamond business. Blue diamond is, sorry, I should go back so you can kind of take that in a little bit more. So 4 silvers and 3 elites under each silver, which is overall 12 elites. Blue diamond, 5 personally enrolled golds, 5 different legs. Golds have 3 personally enrolled premiers. Their premiers have 2 personally enrolled executives. I hope this isn't overwhelming you again. You know, this will be recorded, so feel free to watch it as many times as you need, and you will start to understand it. It did take me to platinum and beyond to really understand the compensation plan in depth. So just roll with it and you will get it. Blue diamond performance pool is worth approximately $8,000 a month. So every month that you hit blue diamond or maintain blue diamond, you'll get that $8,000 a month extra on top of your Unilevel and Fast Starter, etc. And the average monthly income is $35,000 a month. So this shows you a blue diamond structure, 5 golds in separate legs that you've personally enrolled. They've got their personally enrolled premiers, they've got their personally enrolled executives, and so on and so forth. Again, average monthly income, $35,000 a month. So again, we have the extra bonuses for personally enrolled. Instead of elites like the silver, gold, platinum level, you get extra bonuses for personally enrolled premiers, and they're significantly larger than the personally enrolled elite bonuses, which are worth $150. So this is, again, only the first month your enrollment hits premier, and as long as you still hold enrollership and haven't handed that over to someone else. So at the diamond level for new premier, you get approximately $2,000 extra for a new premier. At the blue diamond level, you get approximately $4,000 to $5,000 for a new personally enrolled premier the first month they hit. So pretty awesome bonuses there, which really encourages you to always keep enrolling no matter what rank you're at, and continue to support people to rank advance and achieve things in this business. It's pretty awesome. Presidential diamond, 6 personally enrolled platinums, 6 different legs. The silvers have 3 personally enrolled elites. The presidential performance pool is worth $25,000 to $38,000 a month. The average monthly income is $90,000 a month. So the performance pool is, again, on top of your Unilevel, Fast Start, all that other stuff, Power of 3, etc. So the average monthly income ends up being around $90,000 a month. I think it starts around 75,000 as a baby presidential and will work its way up as your volume, etc., grows. So very, very significant income. What most people earn, or would, a lot of people would be lucky to earn in a year, earning in a single month. It's, pretty astronomical. So again, here's the visual representation of presidential diamond with those 6 platinums who each have their 3 silvers under them, and those silvers each have their 3 elites underneath them. And again, it's just simply duplicating elite. Like presidential diamond, it's 54 elites. But again, if you can go elite, can you help people go elite? And can you help those people get their people to elite? It really is that simple. So extra bonuses for personally enrolled premiers and silvers at the presidential diamond level. So only the first month your enrollment hits premier or silver. For a new premier, you'll get around $1,200 bonus for a new premier. For a new silver, though, you get an $8,000 to $10,000 bonus the month that person hits silver, which is obviously pretty astronomical. And by the way, these the performance pools and these extra bonus pools are in US dollars. So that's even more, obviously, when you convert that to Australian dollars. So it's pretty damn awesome. So here's another visual representation, again, looking at the ranks, which I know I flicked through fairly fast because I was worried we'd run out of time on the 40-minute Zoom chat, but I think I've done it in record time. Executive level, averaging 200 a month. Average timeline, 3 months. But honestly, that is a pretty generous timeline. So people can smash these ranks out much, much quicker, and you can definitely do that if you're putting in the work. Or you can go part-time, or a lot slower. I like to rip off the Band-Aid, and my team seem to often follow suit with ripping off the Band-Aid and getting it done. So elite 300 to 800 a month, average timeline 6 months. Again, we've seen it done in 2 classes, 30 days, quite quickly. So average income 300 to 800 a month. Silver, average income 1,300 a month. Average timeline is apparently 13 months. I did it in less than 60 days. And lots and lots of people in my team are doing that, easily in 2 to 3 months, 6 months, those kind of timelines. Gold, average income 3,000 a month, average timeline 14 and a half months. Again, 6 months is a pretty quick way to do that. Hayley Weezy, myself have done it in 6 months. Lots of people in my team have done it 12, 18 months. So very, very achievable. But also just consider the fact that even if it took you, say, 5 or 6 years to get to diamond, which I know a lot of leaders, it has taken that time, is that worth putting in that work for 12,000 or more per month for the rest of your life? It's not like a normal job when you retire at 65, your income, they stop paying you immediately because as soon as you stop trading your hours for dollars, that's all over. You are literally creating a long-term, lifelong, sustainable business, because even if I quit today, went to the Bahamas, never did a day of doTERRA work again in my life, my business and income would actually continue to grow because I've trained my team so effectively and because they're so invested in not only their own success to get to diamond and beyond, which I know they will, but their leaders and team are also invested in their own success and being supported very effectively by those leaders. And really my position has become a little bit redundant. Obviously I love what I do. I want to support my team. I get really, really passionate about creating financial freedom for people, about helping people with the oils, about creating a culture of wellness and supporting people's physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. And it's actually really about bringing hope to people for me. So my biggest passion is literally seeing people go from no hope, like I had, no hope for their physical health, no hope for their emotional health, no hope for their future and their financial freedom. And sorry, I get a little bit emotional, but being able to bring that to them, bring them the opportunity of including the oils and creating a toxin-free environment at home, and supporting themselves and their children and their loved ones with the incredible oils that we know make such a difference to people. We all have stories, whether they're personal or whether they're people in our team or other teams, of pretty amazing stuff. But don't just talk about the oils, guys. Talk about the business opportunity. Get the build guide off sharesuccess.com library. The build guide goes through the compensation plan, and you can buy physical copies from oillife.com.au and start talking about the business opportunity with people. If the woman that had shared essential oils with me hadn't talked about the business opportunity, none of us would be here today. That's the reality of it. So, and people need this. Like, I would not have been able to invest a couple of million capital and start a startup business. It's not achievable for most people, but most people can afford to buy a kit of oils or even pay $35 membership and just get 1 or 2 oils as a wholesale member, and then set up their LRP for the following month, and in the meantime start running classes with your support and start enrolling people so that that LRP is covered. And even just covering their products for free is a massive help for people, because it's stuff they're already having to buy: toothpaste, skincare. Instead of buying dodgy stuff from the chemist, they can support their family with the oils. All of these things, they're already spending money on it. So stop thinking about taking people's money away and start thinking about bringing people value and educating and inspiring people to use something really incredible in their lives, but also to think about this business opportunity more and think about whether they want to invest in creating a financial pipeline rather than hauling buckets and just trading hours for dollars. Do they want to create a sustainable, incredible, financial, long-term business that has integrity, ethics, and really does change people's lives in the most phenomenal ways? So back to these average earnings: gold, $3,000 a month, average timeline 14.5 months. Platinum, $6,000 a month, average 23 months. I did it in 9 months. Lots of people have done it quicker than that, but this is just showing you some averages. Diamond, $12,000, average monthly income, 23 months, average timeline, did it in 11 months. And I know Tara Bliss and Tanya Zeta have done it quicker than me as well. Both of them did it in 10 months. Blue and Presidential Diamond, 35,000 to 90,000 average a month, average timeline 31 to 37 months. I'm hoping to beat that timeline as well, as I have for every other rank. So I hope you guys enjoyed this webinar. I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties and me kind of losing my mind at the beginning. It's been a massive 4 days and my brain is pretty fried in a good way, because I've learned so much and I've had some pretty powerful experiences. But yeah, just been pretty smashed emotionally, as I'm sure a lot of you that were at Leadership Retreat or the Share Success event yesterday have been as well. So thank you so much for coming on this webinar. I have recorded it, so if I did speak a little bit too fast or you wanted to watch back and really take on board those different figures and what it means to achieve each rank, feel free to. As I said before, the Unilevel compensation is probably the trickiest bit to understand, and I've done full videos on that, as well as placement videos, which you can watch in my Facebook group under Jesse's training videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and have a beautiful night. See you later. Back to stop recording.